What's up, sports bettors? I got some really good UFC bets, so I'm going to go ahead and share them with you. So one of them that we already went through previously, but as kind of an example of UFC betting strategy. How do you win at UFC betting? Well, it's exactly like every other sport. You try to beat the closing line and find value in the odds. So, right, lines were ripping towards Stolyarenko. We got our plus 115 on the money line. If you take a look now, she's the favorite. She's minus 120 on Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, right? So browsing odds is completely free on OddsJam for any UFC fights you want to bet on, any sport you want to bet on. Really, it's real-time data, millions of odds updating to kind of give you a leg up on the sportsbooks, right? Data is important as a sports bettor. You need to be able to track the line movements. You need to be able to follow the line movements, and that's completely free with OddsJam, okay? So make sure to browse odds. It's so important. She's minus 110 now on Caesars. We got her plus 115. So next bet we have is Charles Oliveira. Again, this isn't a play that I just bet. This is a play from August 18th, I bet this. In Arizona, I was in a different state, so this is a different Caesars account because different states have different, you have to sign up for the same sportsbook a different time. So in this bet, we placed on September 11th. So you have to be looking for value early, right? We have Oliveira. Let's see what he is now. We had him plus 160. You can't even find him above plus 150. Right, so we were able to get some good value on Oliveira, who seems like the side you want to be on this huge UFC fight night on October 22nd. Right, so browsing odds, free with OddsJam, really critical, right? As a sports bettor, right? When I was a quant on Wall Street, all you care about is data, and it's the same thing in sports betting. Every single bookmaker is kind of an independent, data point of where should the line be set. So you want to look at all the odds, kind of side by side when you're trying to determine if a bet is profitable. So the way that OddsJam works, kind of, the different tools, is there are a bunch of different tools that slice and dice all these millions of odds, kind of trying to show you where value is, right? Out of the millions of odds kind of on sportsbooks, as a sports bettor, you can't look at everything, right? You can't constantly be scanning through, Charles Oliveira, the total rounds market. Like, you can't constantly, although here we see there's an arbitrage bet between BetOnline and Casumo. But long story short, it's like there's so many lines on sportsbooks, right? Even just on Caesars, if we go to one football game, it's absolutely absurd, right? It's like you have all this stuff, and then you have quarters, and then you have touchdown scores, then you have all these player props. Like, what you want is something, a tool that kind of sifts through all the odds and shows you, hey, here are the few actually interesting, profitable betting opportunities, right? And essentially what that is, one of those tools is the Positive EV tool. So what this tool does is it just takes all the odds in the market and finds the biggest line discrepancies, right? The bets that are the most profitable. So the play I ended up going with is Ronson versus Silva, under 2.5 rounds at minus 143 odds on PointsBet, right? So I locked in this play just now. So hopefully you're able to tail it because the first two were from a while ago, right? And the odds already have shifted. So, you can't wait on good bets. You shouldn't wait until 5 minutes before UFC fights start to place profitable, sharp UFC bets, right? This bet on Stolyarenko, or whatever her name was, I believe, we got her plus 115 or whatever the odds were. Yeah, plus 115. Like, that line's no longer available. It's far gone. So when you see a great betting opportunity, even if it's far away, you should be betting that. Absolutely. The same strategies, the same math applies to any sport, regardless of how far the bet away is. It's all about looking for value, beating the VIG, beating the market, right? So for this Ronson Silva play, it's like, wow, this bet is a 2.98% profit margin. We hit it for $500. And what you'll see right here is like, we hit this bet for $500, 2.98% profit margin. So our bet is worth $14.90 in EV, in profit margin. And that doesn't mean like, that the bet's going to win for sure. That's not how sports betting works, right? We have two very scary fighters. We have Silva and we have Ronson. They're going head to head. This fight is favored to win by knockout, and we're getting insane value on PointsBet, right? This is PointsBet sister sportsbook, right? It basically has the exact same odds as PointsBet, some New York sportsbook. But regardless, what you'll see is like every single sportsbook is pricing this minus 165 to minus 180, right? Bet Online and Pinnacle are actually two of the sharpest bookmakers in the world. Pinnacle most likely is considered by basically everyone the sharpest sportsbook. They're pricing this at minus 170, right? We're getting minus 143. So we're getting tons of improvement basically to the entire sports betting market, which is why we like this bet so much, right? It's why this bet is mathematically profitable, and this is absolutely a play we want to go with. So long story short, I ended up locking in this bet for $500. We got a 2.98% profit margin, a ton of value in the odds. I absolutely love this play. And I mean, what's more fun than betting on the fight to end by TKO or submission? Like, we want to finish, and there's nothing more fun than betting on people to get knocked out. So, fun play I went with. Hopefully, you're able to tail it, get it down. Let's make some money, guys. I'm sure I'll have tons of bets tomorrow to share with you. Any questions you have about sharp, profitable sports betting, that's really the goal of this YouTube, to help everyone make money. So I'm here. I'm here for that, to chat about it.